Welcome back to Sunrise. Look at the morning. Look at the sunrise. Look at the time. It's 15 and a half minutes after 6 o'clock. You know, we're here inside the headlines. And we're bringing you no phony K. It's Tony K. Oh.
I got the "oh" with it. I'll take it. Good morning.
What's up?
Good
Morning.
to see you. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Dennis.
Yes.
Well, according to Dennis's shirt,
According to Dennis's shirt, it's beginning to look a lot
Don't
like
you
Christmas.
hear Mariah in the background?
We don't hit December yet, though, you know?
Yeah.
Still November, right?
Don't
We're
worry.
early, Dennis.
I mean,
don't do
are
that.
we counting?
We
it's
are.
Christmas.
It is.
All right, fine. Anyway, let's jump right into it, my friends. Let's jump into the headlines. So, $4.3 billion in reverse income tax credit payments set for disbursement in November. The Tax Administration of Jamaica, TAJ, reports that 216,207 applicants will receive a total of over $4.3 billion in reverse income tax credit disbursements in November 2024 under the Government of Jamaica's Reverse Income Tax Credit, the RITC initiative. Eligible individuals earning under $3 million will receive a one-time $20,000 payment, bringing the total number of beneficiaries to 290,912, with $5.8 billion distributed so far. Payments are scheduled between November 25 to 29, including those delayed for National Commercial Bank and Scotiabank clients. All right, Opa.
The phantom of the studio.
Applicants will be notified via SMS or email when disbursements are made, and those who have not applied yet must do so by December 2, 2024, with the necessary documents available on the TAJ website.
All right, so Cup Soup Boss is writhing in anger because he doesn't qualify because he earns far too much.
Yes, it's for low income. It's for low income Cup Soup Boss.
So
you are not.
you're far outside of that $3 million threshold.
You'd have to sell the Lambo before.
Indeed. But it's a good look. You know, I remember I was in a course some years ago and somebody said, you know, if the government of Jamaica ever find a way to give back people tax credit like in America, hey, they can't lose. And I'm like, I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking to myself, we're getting to the point where the economy is at a place where we're taking these things for granted now. That like once upon a time these things were unthinkable dreams.
Unheard of. Oh,
like, what?
Could never.
We're government giving you back money? Why? Just because, like, reverse income tax, you know, I mean, you know, in America, they, you know, you file for your whatever it's called,
tax returns.
Yeah, tax returns, right? And I mean, in Jamaica, we're seeing this on more than one occasion. I've heard people talking and say, "Oh, I get back mine," you know. And I feel really good for them because you know them talking about it with excitement. You know, I get my 20,000. It's like, look at that. Look how far we've come.
You know what I also saw is people saying how easy the process was. There are so many people in social saying, oh my gosh, I just went on the website, I did so and so and so, and it was done. As a matter of fact, I will say to you that there are people in the studio right now who are nodding their heads saying it was really easy. And I love that because typically we're also accustomed to many a process that involves government agencies being cumbersome. And the fact that it's been streamlined so well, it's been easy to access, and people are speaking of receiving their funds, I'm actually pleased with us.
I like it.
Yes, I love this for us.
Well, you might love this too. Let's see. Let me show you the next headline. So, Ministry of Education to appoint more young people on board.
I already love it.
The Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information in Jamaica plans to appoint more young people to advisory boards across its agencies and departments to ensure their voices are included in decision-making. This is announced by Portfolio Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon during the 15th sitting of the National Youth Parliament of Jamaica on Monday. Dr. Morris-Dixon emphasized the importance of youth involvement in shaping policies and solutions, noting that the government values their contributions, energy, and innovative spirit. She encouraged youth to propose ideas and take ownership of policies that affect them, reaffirming the ministry's commitment to empowering young people through resources, platforms, and networks. The youth parliamentarians debated national issues such as constitutional reform, digital transformation, food labeling, social justice, and HIV prevention. About 70 youth representatives participated in the discussions, contributing to the theme Youth Impact 2024, Innovative Minds, Purposeful Action, Collective Triumphs.
You are absolutely right, TK. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know
why I particularly love this? Because I feel like this literally is something that revs up an engine in the next generation, because it makes you know that, okay, I can sit in these spaces, I can help to determine particular things that are implemented, which leads to direct impact on outcomes. And that, to me, incentivizes youngsters to get involved, because they realize they can get involved and their opinions are valued and they are found to be valuable. And I think it's a fantastic thing that can only have a positive end result.
I absolutely, definitely agree. I can speak to that personally, because I mean, I was involved in debating in high school, and you know, when you're a talker, them say, all right, you go to this thing. You go to this thing, and you know, I ended up going to a lot of things, which ended up going to youth conferences, which people, you know, I became very young a youth ambassador, and because of that, who's the guy who went to the thing in The Hague the time? Oh, him? Bring him. But make him sit down. So I remember, you know, being a very young kid, going into Parliament for the first time, sitting at a parliamentary sitting. That thing wakes you up and makes you feel like you're a part of the democratic process. And so, like in the 90s, I remember the folks in the Patterson administration were very big on bringing in the young people in. And there are friends of mine to this day who are politicians and public servants and whatever, who I remember them, you know, I remember Senator Sophia Fraser-Binns as a youth, you know, a youth rep. You know, and we literally grew up together in the youth activism thing, but it was always taught to us, young people must be involved in the planning, implementation, and evaluation of the programs that affect them, because it gives them a sense of ownership of these programs. And it gives if you tell young people that we're listening to you, then it will make them think about what they're about to say.
You know what, as well? I saw something yesterday, and I thought to myself, this could only have happened because of a young, fresh mind's involvement. I saw that there was an app launched that partnered people who were coming out of heart with career opportunities, with work opportunities. And I thought to myself, you see all this? No, not to knock any of us, but the fact that someone could think to create an app, the jobs can be enlisted, people can go on the app, apply for the jobs because of their qualifications through heart. This requires young minds, this requires innovative thinking, this requires a fresh approach. And it's very exciting to see that we understand the value of the next generation.
And perspective is a heck of a thing.
It is.
I remember, designing refreshing a website, feeling very proud of it. And then, you know, we say, all right, let's do a focus group with some young people. And you bring in the young people, and they're like,
this is lame.
What's that? And
you realize you're old.
And I'm like,
stupid.
and you realize I'm not the youth rep. I'm not the youth rep anymore.
This website is so cringe. So cringe.
So cringe.
No, it's really great to get a different perspective, because they really do bring a fresh, different perspective, you know. So let's see how that goes. And let me jump into the last one. Over 30,000 to gain debt forgiveness from NWC. At a post-cabinet press briefing, Minister without portfolio with responsibility for water, Maki Samuda, announced that the National Water Commission, the NWC, while working closely with the Registrar General's Department and the National Land Agency, will offer debt forgiveness to pensioners and low-income individuals affected by unpaid water bills. With the program expected to provide financial relief, the Amnesty, set to begin on January 2, 2025, will forgive debts for pensioners who have outstanding payments for 2 or more years and offer a 50% or greater discount for those disconnected for more than 6 months based on a needs assessment. NWC will also work with the Heart NSTA Trust to provide free leak detection services for affected pensioners. Samuda highlighted that the NWC faces a significant debt issue with over $58 billion in delinquent accounts, and the amnesty could result in a $6.5 billion reduction in debt. He emphasized that the government's initiative is part of a broader plan to help Jamaicans reconnect with water services and reduce their cost of living.
I think that's important. I saw someone say, I heard someone on a radio program calling, and I just thought, you see, I'd never thought of this. It's a perspective from the quote-unquote ordinary man calling, person calling and said, like, especially with these elderly persons who you cut off them water. Why? Because in terms of, as far as debts go, the NWC debt is probably the safest debt for, in terms of management, because you can't get away with paying it, Because even if you're going to sell the house, the debt, it have to pay off before the person can claim ownership of the property. So, like, it must pay somehow. So if you have an old pensioner who, I mean, you cut off them water for like a leak that they didn't know about. Right. It's harsh, bad. And especially sometimes you don't, an elderly person or a person in a certain situation, they might hear a little sound in the toilet and they don't know, said, this is our expensive sound,
Right.
This is our expensive sound, and this is going to be a jump in your bill from $8,000 a month to $50,000. And so, and when I'm saying, I don't see no leak, you might really not see no leak, but your pipe crystallizing round at the back of the house, and that's why you see a little sappy area, but it's going to cost you, and then they're going to cut off your water. So I think that, it's showing a little bit more care and understanding. Of course, it's not going to be a free-for-all. No. Everybody not going to benefit from it, but I think it's important.
And I think the targeted demographics is where we need to underscore. Pensioners, they're at a certain stage of life.
The needs assessment has to be done. The needs assessment has to be done, whether it's pensioner or not.
Pensioners are typically, they're limited in resources, right? And so I can respect the demographic that they're targeting, and I can also respect the need to rectify a system that's not working. So what can we do to alleviate the issue and have everyone's needs be met? And
it's
I appreciate
good that you're listening, listening to the dynamic needs of the people.
Well, that's what I have for you this morning.
Thank you very much.
It's always great to have you. Okay, wow. By the way, I literally wait with bated breath every morning to hear what comes out of your mouth in regards to TK.
Sometimes I really wonder. I wonder what's coming too.
Well, we love it. We live for it. All right, that's it for this Thursday for the headline Sunrisers. And when we return, it's time for morning checkup. So wherever in the world you are, please keep it locked right here with us on Sunrise. We soon come.